This is part 2 of Busting Etsy Myths. If you missed part 1, I'll drop a link below. If you're new to this channel, my name is George McConnell, and I made over $1 million on Etsy last year. If I miss anything, or if you're curious if something is true or false, make sure you leave me a comment below, and I'll make sure I cover that in the next video. Also, make sure you subscribe. I'm going to launch a video every week explaining the truths about Etsy and how you can create a successful business online. Okay, so we're going to jump right into this with the number 1 myth is how you rank number 1 or on the first page of Etsy. There's a lot of confusion about this. A lot of people say it's, dependent on your SEO. Other people say it's all about personalization. Other people say that you need to use the new GIF mode. There's a lot of hit and miss with all that information. And what it basically comes down to is that Etsy is a website. And they, just like you, want to make money. So the SEO is important because obviously, you need somebody to search for something to find what they're looking for, and whatever they search is going to populate those items. So your keywords are important to get recognized. However, that is not how you rank on a first page. The main reason that Etsy pushes certain people to that front page more than others is their ability to convert that person that's going to that particular item and make a sale. So your conversion rate is super important. In addition to that, they want to make sure that you're keeping that consumer on Etsy as long as you can. So the longer you can keep a consumer on your page, or favoriting things and clicking on more items and buying more items from you, the more they're going to boost you up. That's because Etsy and their AI system sees it as something that can convert. And that's what they push to the front page. That's why sometimes when you go to the front page, you'll see things and you'll see stores with a bunch of reviews, but then you'll see that one-off store that just started or maybe only has 5 reviews. That's because their conversion rate is so high. Now, as more and more people click on it and maybe the conversion rate lowers, they may disappear from that first page. Maybe their conversion rate will continue skyrocketing and they'll stay on that first page forever. But that is really the main reason on how Etsy pushes you to that front page. So just keep that in mind as you're building something. You want to make sure that you're getting the customers to see your products that want to buy your products. And that leads us right into myth number 2, which is the more views, the better. And it really seems like so many people are concentrating on how many views they can get. And they'll post online and say, look, I'm getting 1,000 or 10,000 views. Why am I not getting sales? You're so concentrating on how many views you're getting instead of those views being the people that want to buy your product. I'd rather have 100 views and those 100 people want my particular product versus 100,000 views and who knows how many of those people even want my product. That's how you keep your conversion rate up as well. You want to be specific and make sure that the views that you're getting are for the people that want your product. If you're getting views and eyes from everywhere and those people aren't interested, it hurts your conversion rate and it also hurts your sales. So you need to make sure that you are concentrating on those people and stop concentrating on a number and thinking that the more views, the better it is, because that's just not the case. And that's going to lead me into one thing really quick is stop sharing your shop. So many people post on Facebook just like this and dropping their link. You're dropping your link to people that are clicking on your store because they're curious about what your store looks like. They just want to see it and they're going to click all over the place. And that hurts your conversion rate because those people clicking and looking aren't buying. They're just curious on what your store looks like. So stop sharing your link all over the place. Only share your link to the consumers that want to purchase your product, not to the world. Myth number 3 is using social media to boost your store. There is some truth to that. However, so many people suggest using Instagram and Facebook. If you understand the algorithm of Instagram and Facebook, you would know that you will lose sales eventually because you're pushing them off the platform. Instagram's algorithm is built around keeping that person, that user, on Instagram. Same thing with Facebook. They want to keep that person on that platform. So if you're continuously trying to push people off that platform, you're going to see and notice that the people coming to your content on Instagram or Facebook slowly start to decrease. At first, yeah, you may start seeing people and be like, oh my God, look how many followers I'm getting, or how many likes I'm getting. And then eventually it just starts dying down and you start seeing less and less people coming to your Instagram page. That's the reason. It's because they are designed to specifically keep that user on Instagram. They don't want to take that, user off of Instagram. So if you start, say, a second shop with Shopify, and then you have items on your Instagram and you're having them buy it through Instagram, they'll push you more. But if you're trying to have them click your link to go to Etsy to purchase, they're going to start showing you less and less because they're going to notice people coming to your actual, profile and then clicking a button to leave. With that said, one social media platform I do condone is Pinterest. I personally use Pinterest for my items. Pinterest does not penalize you for having people click off site. They can click it, they can put it into a board. From there, they have the information in there, the details, the link, and they can click on those links and open up your page and they can purchase the items. I get a lot of traffic from Pinterest. I have never been neglected by Pinterest, and as of right now, their algorithm does not penalize you. So if you have to choose between one of the social medias, if you're going to use, say Twitter or Instagram or Facebook, I would strongly suggest using Pinterest to push clients to your store. And also people that go to Pinterest, they're looking for particular things and they're searching it up and putting it into their boards. So you know that the people that are searching things up, clicking on it, are looking for your products. And that's a great thing. Myth number 4, POD is passive income. It's not. Passive income, if you understand what passive income is, it is how much you actually have to work. The less and less that you have to work to get money rolling in, that's passive income. So for instance, passive income is really looked at as having rental properties, right? And that's because you can hire all sorts of different people to handle the daily operations of having a rental property, meaning that you get to sit back and just each month collect money. Now with Etsy, you can't have a third party do that for you because it's really based off your IP address. So if you have a third party jump in and try to handle everything for you, such as your customer service, uploading your listings, doing your SEO, they're logging on from their IP address. And if their IP address gets flagged, your store shuts down. So you can't outsource as much. Sure, you can outsource, getting the shirts or getting pants, printed and sent to the customers. But the rest of it, you really can't outsource because you're stuck with that IP. And you need to make sure that you are not having IP conflicts and you're having one person over here work and another person over here work, because if they get flagged, your store, gone. Myth number 5, the Etsy fees are too high to make any money. I discussed this in a video about how to select your niche and how to make money with a specific niche. It goes into how to actually calculate your margins. And that is the main reason that so many people complain about the Etsy fees. Etsy is not expensive, and it is honestly one of the marketplaces that has the least amount of fees. If you've ever sold on other marketplaces, you will be the first one to say, like, wow, why are you taking so much money from me? Etsy also has the ability to pay you on a daily basis, where a lot of other marketplaces do not. And sure, yeah, you can make more money by, having your own website like Shopify. But then you are stuck with trying to get consumers to your store, which means a lot of advertisement. And that's a lot of money. So it goes hand in hand. You have these people coming to this website to look for products, and they're looking for products that you may be selling. The fees that they're charging are really not that much. What the problem is that people are not charging enough for their products, or they're not understanding the margins of their products. Instead, they're just trying to double their money, and then after all the fees they're taking out, they're making pennies. So if you're curious about margins and how to actually set them, I personally set my margins to about 85-90%. I'll drop a link below to that other video, and that's how you can select your niche and how you go about, setting your margins to have a successful Etsy shop and not care so much about the fees that are taken out. Well, thank you for joining me for the second part of this. And like I said earlier, if you missed the first part, I dropped the link below. If you have any questions or if you want to know if something's true or false, leave me a comment below so that I can make a video on that. I'll even reply to you as well, but definitely want to make a video to help other people. So thank you for tuning in, and catch you next time.